Hi, everyone, and welcome into the PHNX Suns pregame show brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. We very much so appreciate it. I'm Lindsey Smith. I've got Saul Bookman and Espo by my side. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. Really good.
I didn't realize all my clothing blends into this chair. I look like a floating head right now.
That's what I usually look like.
Yeah. I went with the Lindsey Smith all black
And I actually
attire.
wore some color tonight.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we switched roles there.
I'm glad to have you back because I forgot how difficult it is to sit in the host chair. It is not easy.
You do a great job at it, Espo. I think you sell yourself short. You do an amazing job. But thank you. I am happy to be back. It's nice to see you, Saul. Welcome back officially to the studio.
Thank you.
Happy to have you. Congratulations to you and the missus on the nuptials.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Guys, tonight it's the Suns and the Lakers. The last time the Phoenix Suns will play in a building called the Staples Center, at least that we know of. That building called the Staples Center.
Good. And they should send them off in style and blow them the fuck out.
Technically, the sign is off the building. So the last time that they played in the Staples Center against the Lakers as the Staples Center was when they kicked their asses in the playoffs and they sent LeBron home. So
That's
just
a nice way.
remember that.
They still have that like marquee though.
They do, but the big sign is off the building.
That's
so
fair.
it's the crypt now in my mind.
And, you know, it's feeling more and more like that these days with how many people the Suns are missing from their roster, just due to injury, due to health and safety protocols.
The Suns?
I'm sorry, the Lakers.
I was like, damn, did I miss the memo?
I'm sorry.
Like,
What
who was
happened
that?
Didn't mean to
Last
scare you
minutes.
all there. Apologies.
The entire starting five is out tonight. Like,
I
what?
meant the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, but that's been the MO of the Lakers.
I know,
Like
but
they're
it's
walking
even
ARP
worse.
crew. Like that's what they do. They
What?
miss games and then they stumble into the playoffs and then they try to put it all together because they have LeBron and it doesn't work.
When you sign a 32-year-old Isaiah Thomas and somehow it lowers your average age on your roster,
Yeah.
that tells you what you need to know. And when you have Mr. Glass, Anthony Davis on your team who can't stay healthy no matter what the poor guy does, that's problematic as well.
Mr.
He is the body of a 38-year-old, a typical 38-year-old in the league. Even though he's one of the younger guys in the Lakers
Man,
roster.
it's hard for me not to look at Anthony Davis and feel like this is complete observation from like 5 million feet away. But it's hard for me to look at him and say, yeah, he takes the NBA, being in the NBA, like really seriously. I think he did for 1 year with LeBron, won a championship, and I feel like he's just been injured ever since, basically, is how I feel about it.
But how is that not taking it serious? If your body betrays you, there's not much you. I mean, like,
But
his
like,
knee
what are
injury
you
right
like?
now?
In my opinion, like, I feel like maybe he doesn't take getting his body into proper condition seriously enough, like Chris Paul does. Like Chris Paul straight up left the meat world and went vegan and extended his career by like 5 years at least.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
when
saying?
you
Like,
look at some of the things that happen to Anthony Davis, like this knee injury, he could call off eating meat. He could freaking take creatine and whatever the hell you could sleep in a hyperbolic chamber or whatever.
but does he?
He could be. It ain't gonna stop knocking knees with somebody that's gonna knock you out of a game. Like some of it is a fluke, but I don't feel bad because he's part of the Lakers. So.
I don't know. I feel like I'm 50-50 on that topic because I can't understand what you're saying because you would think like, I don't know, maybe an article would have come out by now if he was going above and beyond something specific that he was trying to do to extend or to work on his body the same way LeBron has come out
Right.
and Chris Paul and so many other players around the league are like, this is what I've changed with my diet. This is what I'm doing differently away from the team that's helping with all of this stuff. I feel like if he was doing something above and beyond, it would have been out by now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not to say that like he's not doing anything. He's obviously working with the team.
I feel like some of his injuries have been as a result of not lack of control, but lack of being able to control his own body to the degree to stay out of injury. Like knocking knees, I agree for sure. But like last year when he like slipped and like pulled his groin and basically was out, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like Really? Like that? Like, I don't know.
If only the Lakers training staff could figure out how to inject him with the metal that they used on Wolverine, all these problems would be solved.
Fabio
It's
and
good to have you
Manuel
back, Saul.
in the chat.
I don't even know what to fucking think about that, so I just moved on.
Fabio and Manuel in the chat are jokesters tonight. They said Anthony Day to Davis. AD equals always doubtful.
Always doubtful.
The clever
Always.
ones, you guys. All right, so since we're talking about injuries and Anthony Davis, let's just get right into it and take a look at tonight's injury report for the Lakers. Almost everyone is very factual. Anthony Davis is out. Kendrick Nunn is out. Kent Bazemore, Avery Bradley, Malik Monk, Austin Reeves are all out due to health and safety protocol. Trevor Ariza, LeBron James were last heard listed as probable.
Oh no, LeBron's playing
LeBron's
tonight
playing
because my man smoked it up coming into the arena, and we'll get to that.
And
in a
then
second.
Dwight Howard and Talen Horton-Tucker, who were also in the health and safety protocols, are now cleared and available to play tonight. So it's kind of a whole lot there. On the Sun side, it's just your three OGs, Frank, Abdul, and Dario. And hopefully they'll be back sometime soon. I know earlier today, Gambo reported, last he heard, Abdul is scheduled to come back sometime early to mid-January, and then Frank shortly after, so maybe mid-January to mid-February for those two.
Theory with Abdul. I think he's going to be part of a trade, and they're just like, let's put you on ice till we can trade you somewhere
You're
else.
like, just don't get actually hurt.
Ooh, let's speculate.
Go for it.
Abdul and Sticks for I don't care who, anybody.
Anybody like Walmart? Because we got two Walmart versions of Hakeem Warwick and Devin Booker that we could interest you in if you'd like to go down that route.
Well, there's your injury report for tonight. It's not looking too great for the Lakers, but
Old
thankfully,
or COVID. There you go.
Thankfully, the Suns are in an okay spot right now, and hopefully they will stay that way for the foreseeable future. So the Suns should have a pretty solid game tonight. Like, I would be shocked if the Suns drop this one. They've had 8 or more players score in double figures in each of the last 2 games that they've played. That's the first time they've done that in back-to-back games since December of 1994. I'm sure there's people in the chat who weren't even alive at that point in time.
I think there's a guy behind the Mac who
That's
wasn't alive
true.
at that point.
I mean,
So-
the team's playing at a very high level, and they're playing together at a very high level on both ends of the floor. And that's what's separating them from just about everybody else in the NBA. You know,
Mhm.
like, we talked about the other night just how efficient this team has been.
Yeah.
They just, especially the other night, they just look like such a well-oiled machine. And tonight, they're at Staples. Everybody, they come ready to play at Staples. They just do. They know what's on the line over there. And yeah, it's the Lakers, but it's still like, I don't care if they're, if they have everybody out besides 8 dudes in COVID or whoever, you still want to beat the crap out of the Lakers. That's just a forever thing. So
Oh, yeah, as long as the purple and gold's on the other side, it doesn't matter who's wearing it. You want to win. I'm predicting.
Campaign's going to drop 20.
No, I'm predicting a big Devin Booker game tonight.
I'm predicting
Right.
Campaign's going to drop 20.
He's back. He had his get comfortable game against Charlotte. He knows this is the last game that he's going to play with it being quasi Staples Center where Kobe played. I think we're going to see a big one from Devin Booker.
Do you think the players really care what
Yes.
it's called?
Devin Booker has that kind of reverence for Kobe. I think he'll use anything like that to have that little
You
extra.
think because
No, what it's called or just playing there?
Well, playing there, but I think he also will kind of know this is the last. Because
I don't
people
feel like
are
that
weirdly-
because I feel like because he's still going to play there. Like he's still going to like if they were moving the arena, like I would totally agree with you because it's like you're now moving out of the house that Kobe built. But now
it's the
just
last time
like,
he will play in that building where it was named the same thing that Kobe played in. I think Devin, with as much meaning as he puts into stuff with Kobe,
He is a very sentimental person. Like he's low key about it, but you can tell he's pretty
Sure.
sentimental.
I just completely forgot that they were going to change the name from Staples to Crypto. So I'm like, I
Because-
wonder how much these guys even think about that at all.
It's because you've been gone for 2 weeks in Florida,
No, it's
focusing
'cause
on
I don't
other
care about the
things.
Lakers. You know what I mean?
That's fine. That's fine.
I think it's just the historical factor. I don't think it's like this Lakers team specific, obviously, but I think it's just all of the culmination of everything that has happened there
Listen,
and all
Devin
the different things.
Devin gets hyped up to play the Lakers no matter what
This is true.
because of the Kobe
Yes.
factor. The Lakers could have a team full of like ninth grade all-stars, and Booker would still want to drop 100 on their head because it's the Lakers.
You know what we call that? 12 Abdelnators.
Oh my gosh.
So this was a fun stat for our guy JaVale McGee, who we love to love. He was the Suns' leading scorer in each of the last 2 games. And he's the only player this season averaging 10 or more points and 7 or more rebounds in fewer than 16 minutes of action. That is something that no player in league history has ever done.
Sixth man of the year.
I love that.
Beat me to
You were like,
Let's go, JaVale.
Sixth man of the year. Said it the other night. He's got to be in the running for sixth man of the year. If he's not by year's end, it's because he either got injured or somebody else in the league just absolutely went ape shit.
I'm gonna look up what his odds are for sixth
look
man.
that up because, but here, okay, I feel you because I love what JaVale is doing and I think he is invaluable to this team. But for 16 minutes or so of action each night, do you think that's enough to get a sixth man of the year?
Listen,
in 2 games though.
Okay, but he's still averaging double figures off the bench, isn't he?
10.7 rebounds.
There you go. Yeah, as a sixth man playing a center position where you're not ball dominant, you're not relying, the team's not relying on you to create things offensively, and he's still getting you double figures every single night and almost double figures on the boards every single night. Like between him and DeAndre, it's like a walking double-double twice. It's awesome. We've talked about it, the best duo center-wise in the league. And James Jones knew exactly what he was doing when he looked at this. He went, how can I make this 48 minutes of hell for any opponent? And it's by having these 2 guys basically who can duplicate what the other is doing. Yep. You cannot take any minute off at the center position against the Suns.
I mean, I would love it, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen because not enough people watch every single game that vote on those things. So I don't know if they'll be able to like truly judge and be a good judge of JaVale's contributions and performances this year. Yeah. So I don't know, but I would love to see it. That would be great. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Just don't take the dream away from me, Lindsey, okay?
I can't even find him in the odds here.
Well, you know what? We will contact our people at the DraftKings Sportsbook, and we will get those up.
If he's Thad Young's a plus 50,000, how is JaVale McGee not in this?
Oh my God.
God, could you imagine hitting on a bet like that, though?
Oh my God, I would quit this job so fast.
He's like, I'm out. Goodbye.
Can we make sure he hits on this bet, please?
Okay, real quick. Are we going with Jay Crowder on the Crowder's Cash Club again tonight?
Is that even a question?
Let it ride, baby.
I mean, he's
Let
had
him
4
ride.
in a row, or no, 3 in a row, right? He's hit 3 in a row now?
Yeah, 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
So
Why not make it 4?
I'm just saying, are we pushing our luck?
Look, I got my money there. I got my hundy on there. I want my $800 tonight.
I got a free $20 bet from DraftKings tonight, so I put it all on that. Let's go.
Also, if you guys are on the DraftKings Sportsbook app and you haven't logged on recently, you should because they're giving away free bets up to $50 in a free bet. All you have to do is just log on and claim it. So be sure to do that if you haven't already. Hit that opt-in
button in the upper right-hand corner. Boom.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You could throw it on Crowder's Cash Club, and hopefully we'll all be going into Christmas a lot happier with some extra cash in our pockets.
Yeah, my kids are making me broke, so let's go.
I legit can't find JaVale McGee in the 6-man.
We'll contact DraftKings. We'll take care of this.
I want a plus 100,000 on JaVale McGee to win 6-man of the year.
Could you imagine hitting on a plus 100,000?
Nope.
With a $20 bet?
That would be so crazy.
$2 million.
That is terrible math. You get 100,000 if you bet 100. So if you bet $20, you're not getting $2 million.
My bad. That's right. $20,000. My bad. It's still better than nothing, right?
Totally better than nothing.
I was thinking multiplication instead of dividing.
Speaking of DraftKings, what do they say about tonight's game?
They say that the Suns are a 6.5 point favorite against the vaunted Lakers.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that.
More or less.
More.
Yeah.
More.
Although the other night we both felt that, what was it, 8.5?
Yeah,
we thought it was going to be under that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good sense of that number there, but I I feel pretty confident on the money line with the Suns tonight.
I agree. So what are, let's talk about it. What are our picks? I personally have the Suns by 12 tonight.
I love that Lindsey decided to hop in here first because she knew I had the Suns by 12 too. And she wanted to make sure that she planted that flag first. By the way, the graphic looks nicer than I added the logos in.
It does look really nice.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Good job,
Nice little
Espo.
touch there.
Yeah. Well, what do you got, Saul?
I got him by 10.
Not
so
that the
I
people
think
can't read it, but
yeah, I mean, for those of you who are illiterate, yeah, double digits. I think we all have double digits except for Gerald, who clearly hates the Suns.
Yeah, Gerald has the Lakers by 100,000. And this number does mean something,
it
correct?
does. We're
So
playing
you
our
got
game
any
tonight.
guesses on what the 100,000 is?
Those are the odds of Javale Mcgee winning 6 games a year, right?
I
wasn't
gonna say,
aware of that originally.
I feel like there's no chance that this is a real thing, but I was just thinking it's the last time the Suns are playing in the building that is called the Staples Center. Is 100,000 like the number of events that has been there since they opened or something like that?
So actually, that was my original thought, to find the number of events that have taken place at Staples Center.
Okay,
since
well,
it
at least I'm
opened.
getting better
I
in your
couldn't-
mind.
I couldn't. That should scare you that you're getting closer to my thought pattern, but I couldn't find that number. So what I did find was the cost to rent the Staples Center for one night, and that is $100,000
For anything you want.
From what I could read, yes, $100,000 to rent the venue for an evening.
What would you do to rent?
Drake-
Well, I mean, like movies.
Drake rented out
No,
the
no,
Dodgers
rented out
Stadium.
to watch a movie?
like a movie
Oh, to
studio
film
to
there.
film there.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's
I
a
was
lot
like,
of money to just
like,
watch a movie on a
no,
big
that's
Or
screen.
if
worst
you're
idea
super
ever.
rich and you like love the Lakers, that you could do a proposal situation.
Drake did this for the Dodgers Stadium. He went on a date at the Dodger Stadium. He rented the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody likes baseball, so it's probably like $5 to rent Dodger Stadium. Though.
Do you think $100,000 is too much or
Am I
too little
wrong?
for that?
I
Because my
think-
initial thought was too little.
I think it's about right. I mean, you're just literally renting the space. You're not getting anything with it. It just, you have the right to be in there for an evening. I like this. Connor says renting it out for a Suns parade.
God, could you imagine?
I say if the Suns
shade
win a
thrown?
title, we do a GoFundMe page. We get $100,000 and we celebrate in the Staples or Crypto.com arena, whatever the hell they're calling it by the time the Suns win the title.
I mean, that would be
Or we run away with the $100,000 and throw it on Shea Crowder for his field goal.
Either way,
There you go. That's what I
Hey.
like.
That's a big bet.
can we
That would stress me out.
get to
Yeah,
Wait,
let's
thing
do
that's
it. Let's
positive?
get
Also,
to
wait,
it.
real quick before you do that, we left somebody off of the health and safety protocols injury list.
Who?
Gerald.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gerald's not feeling so well today, so he's in protocol. I don't think it's not COVID related. But,
Yeah, it's not a legit health and safety protocol.
Hope you
It's
feel
more
better,
just
buddy.
Like, get some rest.
But you should have
We'll
been on
see
the
you
injury report
mañana.
tonight.
You know what happened? His girlfriend said, "Do you have to be gone for
That's
another
exactly
night?"
what happened.
And he went, "I'm feeling a little under the weather,
Yeah.
boys. They can't come in tonight." Okay.
I just,
Okay.
I'm so sick.
I
I'm
had to
so
travel.
He's
sick.
like,
I
I got, something's on my back weighing me down. Yeah, it's your girlfriend.
Oh, she's gonna be so mad at you guys for saying
we love
that.
you. I don't know what your name is, but we love you.
I'm just saying I'm not a part of this. Don't.
The future
I'm
Mrs.
not,
Bourget,
nope.
we're all in it for. It, okay?
Oh,
And
man.
with that, let's
It's
move
hot in
right
here.
on along so we don't
Ugh.
get Gerald into any more trouble. LeBron James, his walk-in this evening,
Yeah.
he went full-blown with the accessories and everything. So let's see this clip we've got for you guys.
That's a cigar, bro.
Is that a cigar?
That guy's walking into the arena with a cigar. Yo, that's disrespectful.
Yo.
We lose that game and the dude came in a cigar. Yo, Jack, I ain't a fighter, but I fight every.
He walked in with a freaking cigar. What is that? What is that?
Okay, so you could read this two ways, in my opinion.
No,
What
I'm
do
not
you?
gonna
Go
say
ahead,
that.
Saul.
I don't care.
You don't care?
Like, I think I do not like LeBron. Let me be the first
What?
to say that.
I
But I thought that was cool as shit.
Well, that's
Like,
what-
my man
okay.
is like that's very old manish to come in like, I'm gonna smoke a cigar. Don't let him beat the Suns tonight.
He'll
Because
like it.
those
Yeah,
memes will
no.
live forever. My man smoked a cigar and came in and dropped like whatever on the Suns. Like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen. But hey,
Okay,
he's comfortable in his own skin.
I
Whatever.
say this with all due respect, which I feel is very little because he's wearing a Lakers uniform, but what a douchey move.
Why?
It's
I
douchey.
disagree. But here's the thing. You could read this two ways. You could read this as he's accessorizing all the way down to a cigar, or you could read it as I'm so confident I'm going to win tonight that I already have a celebratory cigar in my
He
hand.
knows what bums are on his team. I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's that either. I think it's more of like a vibe. It's more
Yeah.
a part of his fit and just like the whole look of it all. That's how I look at it.
He drinks wine. He smokes cigars. Like, let him live.
So
Why
okay,
are you so,
you know
why are
what?
you so spun up about this? I don't get it. Why are you
if he
getting so
walk-
hot under the collar, Espo?
If he walked in with a bottle of wine and a cigar, I'd go, all right, he's chilling already because he knows he's gonna take a
bottle of wine.
beating, right? Like if he had a glass of red or a
Now-
glass of white
now,
like you did the other night in a cigar,
if they come out and like 2 minutes into the game, a man's like coughing on the sideline, then I'm gonna be like, well, you should have been smoking that cigar. But
Not before a game, at
I
least.
feel like
don't-
LeBron is a well-schooled cigar aficionado, and I think it's all right.
Wouldn't you guys think I look like a jackass if I just walked in here holding a cigar and
Yeah,
sat
but
down?
Espo,
you're
not
like-
to be
you're like-
not to be mean here, but you're not LeBron. Like there's a difference. None of us could pull that off, though. Is what
You
I'm
can
saying.
barely
Like,
pull off the leather jacket like you rode your bike in here today. Like, what are you talking
I
about?
pedaled my tricycle.
the
Thank you
LeBron
very
James
much.
is on another level than all of us.
I love how you just compared yourself to LeBron.
I'm just saying, anybody walks in a room like that, it
Oh
looks douchey.
No, like if Devin did that, I don't think we would be saying Devin looks
Yes,
douchey.
I
we would be
would.
like Devin.
If
that
you walk into work with a cigar
No,
like
man.
that,
I don't think so.
Some dudes just look cool as shit doing no matter what they do. And LeBron's one of those cats, man. It's
Hello.
okay.
Did you see what Hello just said in the
No.
chat? Espo could just walk in and look like a jackass. Much love.
Espo is a douche with a cigar.
No, I just think if
Oh.
you have to, in order to pull something off like that, you have to have a certain vibe to
Yeah.
yourself.
Are
That
you
is
saying I don't have
a
that vibe?
consistent. None of us have that vibe.
I'm sorry. I'm wearing loafers right now, so I feel like I have a good
I
vibe right now.
mean,
Look,
I don't
if
know.
he- if it was
Saul.
lit
I'll try
and
to
he-
give it to you, but I don't think you could pull off that whole look with a
Yeah.
cigar.
If he was,
Yeah.
if it was lit and he was smoking it, I would not feel this way.
You don't think it was lit?
It didn't look lit. It looked like it was just
don't
a
think it was
cigar that hadn't even
Oh.
been cut yet.
Yeah, I don't think it was
Wow,
lit.
you even know it wasn't even cut yet.
It didn't look like it from what I could
You
tell.
just got on me
No,
about making
I'm pretty
assumptions
sure
about
it
Anthony
was-
Davis.
It was literally an accessory.
By the way, your son wants my jacket. So
my son.
isn't that Alex Bookman? Isn't that your?
No, that's a fraud.
Oh, it's a
It's a
fraud.
fraud.
That's not my son. That's not my son. Get out of my house. when I get home.
MCG Blue wants a PHNX smoking jacket. I like
I mean,
that.
if you made it nice and cool, it could be a vibe.
Manuel,
Le Espo.
Manuel Espo, Connor, Espo's got douche vibes.
Blaze
I'm really glad
Megacon
we
said
let
it looked
it-
like it was cut. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll find out at the end of the game if they do any sort of like. I wish we had Gerald there so we could find out if he walked out
Right,
with a
right.
cigar too.
If the Suns win and Jay does a smoking
He
a
totally
cigar,
will. I bet you 20
Every-
bucks Jay does something
Everybody
like
in the chat that's saying LeBron is a douche, you just know if LeBron literally walked in, like was by you or walked by you,
You wouldn't say that.
you would
Don't even
no, no.
say.
say it at
And
all.
I don't
You'd
think-
also be like, "Yeah, that dude's
I don't
pretty
think
cool."
LeBron is. I don't think LeBron is a douche. I think it's a douchey move to walk in like that. There's a difference between that. And
Yeah.
there's dead silence when I
No,
explain
there's
that.
a difference between just being something and acting like something,
Yes.
or giving off the vibe of something
Mhm.
in like a particular moment in time. Absolutely, but I mean, like I get why people don't like LeBron as a basketball player when he's like not on your team. I still think LeBron as a person, though. I'm down with LeBron.
I didn't have any problem with LeBron until he decided the Lakers were where he wanted to be.
Yeah,
But
I
why
mean, that-
wouldn't he want to be with the Lakers this late in his career? It makes total sense.
that's. I mean, he already got a movie out of it.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you wind up moving to LA by choice and putting on the purple and gold, you can kiss my ass. This is the way I look at
Care
it.
if it makes sense.
That's what I call a red flag, Lindsay. All right. If you openly choose to go to the Lakers, that's a red flag.
I guess, but I understand it from LeBron's perspective. Hello gets it.
Book Sunwalker. What does Espo look like? He's about to audition for the new show of Grease.
The remake of Grease.
The remake of Grease.
That's pretty solid, Espo.
Born
You
to
can pull it off.
hand job, baby. Anyways,
Wait, born to what?
hand jive.
Hand jive.
Oh, hand jive.
Like
Okay.
this thing. Isn't
I
that
was
what
like,
this
what?
thing is?
Mm-hmm.
I only know that because I used to love that movie when I was a kid and I watched it like 1,000 times.
Never seen it.
Anyway, before we sign off and go watch this game, anything else you guys want to bring up for this one?
I think this is a game that you need DA and JaVale McGee to be the dominant forces. I think Book will play very well, as I said, but I think JaVale and DA are going to be key to winning tonight. The Lakers have been playing LeBron a lot at the 5 as of late. I know Dwight's going to be back tonight, but I don't think that's going to be a huge impact. I want to see DA and JaVale have big numbers tonight.
I look for the further, improvement of Mikal Bridges on LeBron James. He seems to match up on him quite a bit. And LeBron is usually more physical than Mikal because he's just a bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Mikal's been hitting the weights. He's gotten bigger. So I look for him to continue to improve and finesse LeBron a little bit more than in the past. And so how he fares against him tonight is kind of the matchup I'm looking forward to.
I want Jay first field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Jay last cigar smoke. I want to see that faking he's smoking a cigar as the final buzzer
Maybe
goes
a
off.
salsa dance with a cigar.
Yeah,
That would be even better. 2 for 1. I love that. All right. And with that,
A salsa cigar.
we're going to sign off. Be sure to join us right back here after the game wraps up. I saw in the comments, you guys, somebody asked us if we saw the potential Suns jersey that was all over Twitter. We're going to talk about that in post game. So
have some news.
if you want to join us for that, right after the final buzzer, we'll be right back here. Until then, enjoy the game and we'll see you guys later.